Hey, Chris Young here from HomeKit Geek, the channel. We bring you new smart home content every single week, looking at Apple, Amazon, a little bit of Google, Home Assistant. If it sounds like something that might interest you, please consider subscribing below. Today, we're going to be looking at setting up your Apple Music on top of your Amazon Echo devices. So this has been available in at least the US for months on end, but up until last week, Canada didn't get any of that love. But I'm happy to say it is now available. I've had a chance to play around with it, set it up a little bit, and it works. It works. What more can you say, right? Let's take a look. So today we're going to be looking at how to play Apple Music on your Amazon Echo. So this is something that's been available internationally, US at least, for probably more than 6 months, but it's only last week that this was finally released in Canada. So that is something that I wanted to take a look at. And so essentially what this is this is going to allow us to go to our Amazon Echoes or any Amazon Madam A device and say, hey, Madam A, go play this playlist from me from Apple Music. This is going to require an Apple Music subscription, and it's going to be configured through the Amazon Madam A app. Again, we're going to be able to use this on things like our Echo Show 5, our Echo Shows, pretty much anything in the Echo family, as well as any Amazon Madam A enabled devices like the Sonos, Sonos One, Sonos Beam, those kind of devices, right? Which is kind of cool. So let's take a look at how we set this up. So the first thing we're going to have to do is open up our Amazon, the Madam A app. So this is just the app that you control all your other Echo related things within, smart home devices, all that kind of stuff. And it may seem that you might want to go into the smart home section, which is where you have your speakers and things like that, but that's not the case. We're actually going to go into the settings, which is where you have access to Apple Music as well as Amazon's other services here, right? So we're going to go down to settings and then go into music, and you can see here you've got, by default, at least in Canada, we've got the Amazon Music, as well as I think Spotify is the other one. But there are other services like Apple Music that you can enable. And with this, we're just going to click on the enable to use, right? But if you go, you can kind of see hints as to, you can play artists on Apple Music. You can play, all those kinds of things. But there's also a way to set up Apple Music as your default, which I will show you guys that at the end. So let's kind of scroll back up to the top here and go through setting this up. So as always, I like to give you guys kind of the full experience here. So essentially, you're going to go to the Apple Music portal here. You're going to put in your username and password. Hopefully, you've got two-factor authentication turned on. And immediately what I got was a problem and a failure. Okay, this happened, so let's try that again. A little better this time, access request. So I'm going to say, yes, let's go request that. And we were unable to do that again. But as they say, like many things in life, third time is the charm. So after the third time of going through this, don't give up. I hit the allow button, went through that whole process, and eventually got Apple Music successfully linked. So the next thing I can do is go and visit my music settings and then set my default music source. So whether I'm going to prefer my Amazon or my Apple. All right, so I can go here and say, hey, go play me the Chicago playlist. And as you can see right there at the bottom of the screen, Army of Me starts playing, right? So I'm not going to actually play the music. I don't want to get into any issues with content, but you can see that both on the Amazon Echo Show. So if you've got it enabled, you can see it's from Apple Music, or you can go see it on the Amazon app itself. So what I think of this, I've been waiting on it for a really long time. In fact, I just kind of abandoned Amazon even supporting it and went and invested in more Sonos equipment simply because I wanted to have Apple Music. I have an enormous amount of CDs that I've ripped that I put into Apple Music, content that's not even available in a lot of cases anymore, indie releases. So having all of that available, no matter where I am in the house, is really, really valuable to me. It's not as full-featured as you would get from the Amazon Music, the Prime Music experience. You don't get lyrics at this point in time. And quite honestly, it's kind of a little bit clunky to be able to go through hundreds and thousands and tens of thousands of songs through voice. So that's one of the things I'm not really that excited about either. But you know what? I get access to all my music. I get access to my playlists, and that's kind of awesome. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below. If you got any questions, like it, hate it, definitely let me know.